Hi once again. Well, the last time that we just tried to share what Infantry Homes does because of the numerous calls that we were receiving as to how Infantry Homes could help a home buyer. Therefore, we did a small bit last time around. And pursuant to that, amazingly, only thing is the calls have multiplied to a larger extent, which has only encouraged us to share certain experience, I mean, in the sense, further experiences with you, and possibly uh, help you to discover what Infantry Homes does and how we help customers. So today, one of the things that we can talk about is many customers keep asking uh, what is an A Khatha, what is a B Khatha uh, before buying an apartment, and what is an E Khatha. Basically, what happens is there's nothing, I mean, there are only two types of khatas called as A Khatha and B Khatha. The E Khatha, which is a khatha which is taken electronically, is called as the E Khatha. Now, the difference between A Khatha and B Khatha is normally an A Khatha property can be a land, and when you build a flat apartment on it, necessarily that should also be as an A Khatha. When this happens only when the development is compliant to the FAR and the sanction plan in that particular zone. A B Khatha is something whereby the land, in the land there is a portion of the land which is called as B Khatha from the date of its origin and things like that. Otherwise, a perfectly A Khatha property can also have a B Khatha property, B Khatha building. The reason is because the building has been deviated beyond the sanctioned limits by the BBMP, BDA, Village Municipal Council, whoever the sanctioning authority has been. Now, the importance of this is, the importance of A Khatha is invariably from a statutory perspective, other than the other rules and regulations that needs to be followed by the builder. The A Khatha property means it is quite clear, crystal clear, and most importantly, the bank recognizes a A Khatha and funds it for your home loans. Whereas earlier the banks used to fund B Khatha, and a stray one or two NBFCs still do funding for B Khatha properties, but it is advisable not to go in for a B Khatha property because majority of the banks refuse funding for B Khatha properties. Now, the origin of how a Khatha becomes a B Khatha is another issue that it is there. Whenever the development consists maybe an additional floor, extra deviations, extra balcony areas, or things like that, inevitably what happens is the occupancy certificate will not be given, and such kind of properties are called as B Khatha. Now, once you take a B Khatha, there are two perils that you will face. One is you may not be able to get the bank loan, and the second most important thing is after the plan sanction is done, say supposing 100 square feet is sanctioned, there is a small percentage, 2, 3, 4%, depending on the zoning is very important, whereby it can be regularized by paying a compounding fee to the statutory authority, right? And then it becomes an A Khatha. That is not a problem. Now, if the deviation is beyond this 1, 2, 3, 4%, depending on the project to project, it cannot be regularized. Rather, the corporation or the statutory authority can issue you a notice stating that has to be demolished. These are the issues related to B Khatha. Further, there is another aspect pertaining to B Khatha. There are some developers, with due respects to many of them, they do the sale deed and give it to you. They would request you to go and get the Khatha done. Now, when you go to get the Khatha done, and if it is found to be a B Khatha, you will be subjected to unnecessary harassment by this particular statutory authority to get the Khatha certificate done in your name, which is absolutely very important. Buying an apartment is not an important. Having a sale deed means nothing. You need to have a Khatha transfer in your particular name, because the Khatha transfer also indicates how much of the undivided right, title and interest in the property pertaining to the size of the apartment will also come to you as in the sale deed. This is a very important kind of an aspect. So very many customers have been asking us. In fact, we are shocked when we quote a price, say for example, 4,500 rupees a square feet. Now a customer is coming and telling me that somebody is willing to give it to him at some developer is giving it to him at about 3,800 rupees a square feet. Then we do the reverse calculation and try to understand it is an impossible price for the developer to give it at that price. Then we discover stating that the customer doesn't know, invariably it will be a B Khata property, right? So the point is, in 1 square feet, if you can build 2 FAR or two times the permitted limit, it has a price, right? And when you build 3 times the thing, permitted built up area, obviously then the prices can be what you call as going down, and therefore that's the difference between 4,500 offer and 3,800 offer in that particular micro market. On a comparison between the two properties, hardly there's a half a kilometer distance. So this is what it is. Anyway, this is another attempt by Infantry Homes to share some information with the people, and we're very happy that we're getting such kind of inquiries, and we sincerely do not mind spending some time to do this. We plan to do this about 25-30 such kind of small bits which may help the a potential home buyer. Therefore, keep seeing, keep asking, most importantly, keep calling us.